Hi, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a dupe for the Tatcha Canvas Silk Primer. Now, the reason I'm looking for a dupe, and I looked in the first place, is because of the fact I love the Tatcha Silk Canvas. I had it all ran out, and as you know, it's very expensive, so I went around looking for a dupe. Now, I've done a lot of research into this. This isn't just something that feels like it. This is a proper dupe, which means I've researched the ingredients, the consistency, how it applies. I've really done probably 3 or 4 weeks worth of research, and I came up with a couple, and I'm going to show you both today. Now, the Tatcha Canvas Silk, as we know, it's $52 in America, and here in the UK that works out at £39.38, so almost £40 for a primer, which is a very expensive primer in my opinion. Now, don't get me wrong, I like expensive primers, but that is a very expensive primer, and at the end of the day, does anyone really care or know what primer you're wearing under your makeup? So the reason I wanted a dupe is it does make your makeup look beautiful. I felt personally, a lot of people say otherwise. I loved it. Now, with this, the first thing I came up with, and I shall tell you how I got there, is this primer. Now, I looked for consistency first, then I checked ingredients. This one here is by Avon, the Mark brand. Okay, now, for anyone who hasn't seen it, it looks like this. So it looks like the Tatcha. Now, it feels like the Tatcha to touch. The only thing it doesn't have is a little scoop, which you don't pay for a scoop. And even when I had the scoop, I didn't actually use the scoop with the Tatcha because I felt the scoop gave you too much product on. So how I use this is how they suggest. I pat it on with my fingers. What I then do is go over it afterwards and I buff it in a little bit or bounce it in with a beauty blender. And that gives me a totally flawless finish. Now, I'm going to be reading from over here next to me. So if my eyes go this way, I'm just looking at my notes because there is a lot to look at. And I shall explain to you how this is a dupe, okay? Now, the next, once I found consistency and application, I then looked at ingredients and claims. The claims for this one are it hides pores, blurs imperfections, it glides over lines and wrinkles and things like that, and apparently you can't see them as obviously. Deep ones you're going to see, but fine lines blurred out apparently. It protects your skin and enhances your natural skin tone, and it also at the same time is anti-aging. Now, the same claims were exact on this one. Did exactly the same thing. Like the Tatcha Canvas Silk Primer, you can wear it alone or under foundation. Obviously, if you wear it alone, it's not going to give you a colour at all, but it will blur out your imperfections, just your skin but better. Now, with this one, it's £5.99, which it only contains 10 grams of product. The Tatcha is 20, but even two of them, it's £12. £12 versus £40. That's a big difference in my opinion. And I wore it, I'm wearing it today, and I've got to be honest, I don't notice any difference whatsoever between this and the Tatcha. I really don't. And as I say, if I had, I wouldn't have called it a dupe. The next one, which was a shock to me, I've got to be honest, and I'm still in shock a bit now because of the price and what it was. Now, I looked on Amazon because I was looking for consistency, and this popped up. It's this little pot. It's called, now I'm probably going to say this wrong because I believe it's a Korean skincare brand, the Daryun, Daryun. Daryun? I'm probably saying it totally wrong. Now, it comes in this cute little teacup kind of pot with feet on, and you unscrew the little lid. Inside, it's again exactly the same consistency. I think the packaging is actually a lot nicer than the Avon one, and I don't know. I think the Tatcha looks classier, but you know, it's packaging at the end of the day. What's important is the product. Now, with this one, it's, believe it or not, £2.98. And now, I think it was 96p on top for shipping. But there are other ones in there and other sellers which don't charge shipping. I wanted this faster to do this video, so I paid for the shipping. Now, at the end of the day, I looked it up, has all the exact same claims. Now, the ingredients for the Tatcha Silk were botanicals. There's obviously silk. There was glycerin, dimethicone and silicones. And I was quite shocked on the end, there was alcohol. Now, it was nothing that would concern me, and it wouldn't stop me buying it because it was obviously at the end, probably in the preservatives, and a tiny amount. And at the end, as you're probably well aware, is where the smallest amounts of the ingredients actually live. It's only you worry if it's at the beginning, the first 3 or 4. Now, there's no alcohol in the Avon one I could see. And again, the ingredients were botanicals, the glycerin, the silicones. I believe the one thing the Avon had, which almost put me off, was rose oil and I believe lavender oil. Now, lavender and rose are probably... Rose isn't too bad. I mean, I use the Sunday Riley Flora, which is roses. But the lavender, I don't usually... I wouldn't usually use lavender on my skin unless it was for a burn, and that's another video. But apart from that, the ingredients were exactly the same. The silk, I don't know if it had silk in. I couldn't see it on the ingredients, but it had all the rest were in the Avon one. Now, with the little Darien one, in that, the ingredients were... Again, all organic. They weren't listed, but it's organic. There was no alcohol. It's actually made from corn, believe it or not. I don't know how they make it from corn, but it's organic. And I looked at the reviews on both because I find reviews very important. And I look at it on the Tatcha as well. And, excuse me, I've got like a terrible throat at the moment. So if I sound croaky, please ignore me. I think it's this hot weather we've had. And it got to my hay fever. But as I was saying, I looked at the reviews. And with the Tatcha, people either loved it and they were giving it 5 stars, or they couldn't stand it. Now, there was no in-between, so to speak. Again, it was exactly the same with the Avon. Out of 184 reviews, I think it was 84% give it 5 stars. The rest gave it 1 or 2 and couldn't stand it. And there were no bad reviews for the small one, and that had 200 and odd reviews on it, and they were all 4 or 5 stars. So I was really impressed with the little one, and you can wear them all alone. And the little one especially was saying that this lady had very, very sensitive skin. She can't usually use any kind of primers on her face, anything, and she saw this was organic and made of corn. So she decided that she'd have a go, and she loved it, which made me feel like, well, you know, it can't be a bad thing, can it? But I've used this one a couple of days ago, and I've got to be honest, it lasted all day. It looked beautiful. I didn't know I was wearing it. The same with the Mark one. Amazing. Didn't know I was wearing it. And I will say the exact same thing with the Tatcha. Will I buy Tatcha again? No. I've got to be honest, no. Yeah, I do go out and buy Hourglass Veil. I go out and buy Laura Mercier, you know, but I wouldn't buy Tatcha primer again because of these two. That's the only reason. If I couldn't find anything similar, I would buy it. But as I can, I think I'd buy both of these again. And as I say, I've used both. I love them both. I haven't tried them without makeup on top. I will give it a go, and I'll have to get back to you on that one. I've got to be honest, it's going to be a day I'm sat inside. And they don't come very often. I've usually got a million things to do. But as I said, if you're looking for something and you haven't got Tatcha Silk money, please check these out. It's worth it. I do a lot of makeup on a lot of people, and everybody has never ever said, oh, that's horrible. Is that Tatcha Silk? Because I've got another one in my kit that I've been using for clients, and they all love it. They all say, isn't this beautiful? My skin felt amazing. So I would seriously suggest, if you're going to go out and you're thinking of the Tatcha Silk, these are great dupes. I know people say the NYX Angel Veil is, but I disagree. Personally, I have not found that to be a perfect dupe for the Tatcha. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a bad primer. It doesn't wear badly at all. It's very good, but it's not a dupe for the Tatcha. Anyhow, I hope that was informative somewhat to you. And if you have any comments of any videos you'd like me to make, please leave them in the comment section. I specialise in skincare and makeup. If you've got any skincare concerns that have been bothering you and it's been bugging you, you can't get rid of it, a problem, let me know. I will try and help. I'll do a video because, I'd rather do content that you want to watch than something that holds no interest whatsoever to you. And I can usually help people. The only person I can never help is myself. And that's the norm, isn't it? And I don't think I'll ever be able to do that. Anyhow, I shall love you and leave you for now. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. I'll have plenty more dupe videos for you, plenty more pro tips. I've got lots of reviews to do. My next video is, I think I'm going to do what I'm excited about that's coming out this year so far. It's being released soon, and I shall let you know. But as I say, thank you so much, everybody, for watching and taking time out of your day. We're all busy, so thank you. And as I say, do subscribe.